together the sequence for this morning, I felt like torn because I wanted to put together something kind of sleepy because that's what the weather is like. And I thought, well, let's do a little bit of both. Let's have like some mellow aspect, which is going to feel good because that's kind of where we might be right now physiologically. And then we'll like pump ourselves up a little bit with some back bending. Okay, so I'm sorry. I feel like, ouch, ouch, ouch. I try to like look yogic, et cetera, but I cannot sit cross-legged right now. It's so painful. So I'll go halfway. So here we go. That's the start, right? The exhale. Sitting however you need to sit. Close your eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, open your eyes again. Happy anniversary, Mike and Sue, happy anniversary. I don't know how many years, you guys gotta fill us in at the end. Pause. Pause. You got it? Okay. Reason. I'm glad I had you open your eyes because if your eyes were closed, you would have been like, what the heck? All right. That's the restart, the exhale. Now close your eyes. Breathe out through the mouth if you need to. It's your anchor. It's not just your anchor, but what that can do is take you beyond where you are. So when I blow out with through my mouth for a full long exhale, I cease to be here on this rectangle. I cease to be here in this seat. When I blow out through the mouth, I'm away. I'm no longer identifying at least just for this moment with this, right? The physical body and touch. I'm entering somewhere that feels better to be perfectly honest. It's like a plane where the higher self lives, where spirit exists. A soul level journey, because that's basically what we're all on. We're just here on earth to work out a couple little things. Right? So with the full breath out through the mouth, we don't really just go somewhere else, we kind of return. Remember, we go back to where we are now. We work it out with the physical body. So please take a nice big full breath in through the nose, pause and hold. And now exhale through the nose. And a nice pause at the bottom of the exhale where there's nothing. When you're ready, again through the nose. Pause at the top and hold the breath where there's everything. Breathe out. And hold where there's nothing. Last one, breathe in. As fully as you can, pause and hold and feel the whole universe contained within you. Breathe out. Pause and feel you within the universe. And take a nice big breath and maybe just blink the eyes open for just a moment. We're going to come into a round of Kapalabhati because that's a really good way to begin to kind of shake off this funk that we have. Maybe it's a emotional, physical, mental funk, and there's a little bit of a funk in the air right now. So I'm going to take Yana Mudra, arms straight, palms up. You can close the eyes, which I like to do, or you can look forward about a foot forward of the shin. So take a full breath in, full breath out. Nice engagement on the exhale. Inhale about halfway and begin. Inhale. Pause. Open the mouth. Exhale. Breathe out. Let the tongue come out. Pull forward. Stay with the breath out. Come up to a seat. Breath out. Inhale. Pause and hold. And exhale. Just be. Now see where the breath is taking you. Okay, take your hands and rub along the long bones of the thighs for a moment. Good, rub around the knees, just circular motion. Rub your palms. Interlace the hands, stretch the palms forward, and reach up. You could do this tiny little wiggle. You could look up. One last breath. Release. Come to down dog. Okay. Pedal your feet if you want. Take them a little wider than hips width if you want. So sometimes I'm going to call them rules. And what that's going to translate to is alignment principles. So I love to follow them, and I like to break them. Okay, so you want to be safe, right? And I know that you're all experienced yogis, so I know that you are. But you also want to give yourself freedom to explore a little bit of a different movement. Bend the knees if you want, even if you can keep them straight, and put your heels on the floor. Just take this moment, this inversion, just to settle in. And then lift your heels, bend your knees, get the feet up to the hands. Good. When you arrive, just take a nice big half lift. And exhale, fold. Bend your knees, get your hands behind you, lift the arms up, and then let the crown of the head drop down. If your hamstrings are not awake yet, keep your knees soft. But if they're awake, stretch your legs straight. Keep your spine straight. So this is Paschimottanasana, turned around. Right, so it would be if we were seated, our legs were stretched straight forward and we had a nice deep forward fold, we'd be there. So we're here now. Good, last breath. Full breath out. Release, so as we release the hands, there's soft bend in the knees. Hands to the floor, long spine, long spine. Here's Tadasana. Right in the spine, good, and fold. Feel Tadasana again, strong legs. The strong legs fuel the lift of the spine and the lengthening. And then fold again. Last time, it's your legs that help elongate. Unfold again. Now you're going to keep the strength of the legs. We're coming up to stand, so arms out around and up. Good. Release your hands. Okay, so from here, soft knees, we're going to stretch the arms up. So we did this in Sukhasana a moment ago. Interlace the hands, palms face up. We're just going to stretch really straight. So I want you to take the legs. When we had that half lift a moment ago, and I asked you to really think about the strength of the legs to lengthen the spine, bring that again here. So your legs are on fire. They are lit up from the inside. The muscle is hugging the bone. And then the whole kind of feeling goes all the way up into the arms. So the arms are straight and strong. Last breath. Now soften a little bit here. So you hopefully can see my shoulders softening away from the ears. Go ahead and side bend right. Think about the side bend stretching through the whole side body. So you might begin to feel it first in the ribs. And then when you have another moment or two here, you could feel it start to come into the side waist. Perhaps the hip at some point. Keep your arms pretty straight. You could do gaze down, gaze forward, you decide. And come up. Let everything settle back in. Soften your knees for a second. Breathe in, and then side bend. There's so many different aspects to each posture. So I'm hoping that here you're feeling this settling into the shoulders, just kind of drawing away from the ears, or really just like dropping down towards the rest of the body. Maybe in exhale, you're going to feel a little more stretch along the side hip. Inhale, come out up. And release. Allow your shoulders open and back, and just feel that everything has changed. In that short period of time, if this was our practice, note what has changed. Good. Come to the top of your mat. Take your hands and bring them together at your heart. Keep your legs strong, reach your arms up. Fold with your legs strong. Strong legs for your half lift. Soft knees, step your left leg back. We'll wiggle it a couple times. Maybe take your right leg forward. Good. Soften that left knee. Hook your thumbs, so arms are in front of you. Hook your thumbs. Don't let that right knee come out to the side. And just reach your arms up nice and straight. Soften your shoulders. You're going to feel a change in the shoulder blades. Hook your thumbs and try to pull your arms apart. You might feel some opening in the chest. Last breath. Release your arms. Now you could take your right forearm over your thigh. Left arm is up. It's like a side bend here. Or just show you with a block. Hand the block if you want. Or hand the floor. Now we're not coming forward. Tall spine, just side bend. Keep squeezing that. It's not so much a squeeze, but don't let your right thigh fall out. How about that? Come back to center. Lift your back leg. I just feel like, woo, I feel like this nice lifting of the hips, a little more freedom in the back thigh. Everything is neutral. Take your hands, walk them over to the left. Now, if you want to take that back foot more to warrior two, go ahead. Or keep it where it is. So I am continuing to kind of creep my fingertips, especially the right hand, over to the right. My left hand's a bit of an anchor, but that can also stop me from moving even further forward. So you might have to move your left hand at some point. If you want to lift your hips, you may feel more satisfaction the right side body. And then you can drop them back down. Walk your hands in, come back to neutral, and make sure you're nice and neutral here. Take your right foot, walk it out to the side, drop your left knee back down. Full breath in and out. We're going to ask a little bit of the quads here, so I want to tap into them now. Bend your back knee. For a moment, come onto your finger pads if you're not already there, and lift the spine. So just think of this vertical movement here. Strong, active, flexed foot. Come onto your left forearm if you want. Send your right arm back. So you can connect hand to top of foot or hand to front of ankle. What I'm doing is letting my body be heavy. So I'm letting my body sink a little deeper towards the floor. I'm going to flex my foot a little bit. And instead of like a bow pose where we would kind of press that shin away, I'm just going to let that back leg be pretty neutral and let the weight of my hips facilitate more depth here. And notice already, we don't have to do much more, but this is invigorating in its own way. Tapping into that quad is always sensational, but find there's a cobra or up dog feeling in your chest. You can still have that neutral head and neck. All right, that's quite a bit. Come out, walk your right foot in. If you want to lift your mat and double up, do. I'm sliding my right foot in, so come all the way up. We seldom come into a half camel at this stage in class, but we're here. So you can stay here, squeeze your elbows together, or so if you take your right hand and put it on your sacrum, breathe in, and then as you exhale, draw your low belly in, feel your pubic bone slightly pressing forward, and then slightly curling up. This can be your half camel, or maybe left hand, left heel. Now, let's do this, it's different. Keep your right hand on your sacrum for a moment and square your chest. Breathe in so you get longer through that left quad. Option to stretch the right arm back. But keep lifting through the front body. When I mean lifting, what I think I want to say more specifically is lengthening from the knee to the hip, from the hip to the ribs. Come out. Pause. Whew, I got lightheaded. Thank you, coffee. Hands down, back leg lifts. Be nice and square, just little shake here. Good, set the back foot up to meet your front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Arms out around the neck, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to prayer. Check back in again. Where are you now? Good, arms up, strong legs, arms up. Fold. Half lift. Active quads. Soft knees, right leg is back. And maybe, so my right leg goes back and then I wiggle more. My left foot goes slightly forward. Right knee down, do it slow. Arms forward, thumbs are hooked. Do it the other way. It's gonna feel strange, just try it. Arms up. Spine tall. Your inhale is going to elongate the spine and arms more. Head and neck are neutral. Strong hook of the thumbs to allow you to like really try to break the arms apart. That's going to turn on the outer arms, the outer upper arms. Release. Do forearm to thigh, right arm up, hand to floor or hand to block. Stay tall, don't forward fold, stay tall. So nice to meet your body, right? Every day it's like, oh, hi. Right, different parts of us that we don't get to spend much time with. We're there now. Release. Back leg lifts. Good. Walk your hands over to the right. See what it's like to lift your hips a little bit. Drop them down a little bit. So along the way here with each posture, there's got to be a couple moments within each, or maybe you'll recognize it every posture or so. But there's like this really lovely inhale and exhale, especially because we're moving at a little slower pace. There's time to recognize it. Walk your hands back, come to neutral, walk the left foot out a little bit, drop the right knee down. So again, we did it in Camel, but if you wanted to pad up the right side of your mat, do. Hop up in your finger pads for a moment and elongate. When you do this, there's probably a little more compression in the low back. See how that feels for you. And then come onto your right forearm and bend your back knee. So when you bend your back knee and flex your foot and just imagine drawing your heel in. Option to take the left hand and grab the front of the ankle. And then you can drop your body weight down. Head and neck are just relaxed. But the chest, simply because we've got that left arm back, you can press the center of the chest slightly forward and feel a little bit more lift. And you find a nice opening. Try not to put too much weight into that right arm. Equally distributed even into that left foot. And then release it. You're going to walk that left foot in. You double up the mat. And I like the doubling up of the mat because I just drew my right foot in. We're pretty 90-90 here, but also there's more weight on the kneecap, right? So it's nice to have that extra padding. So hands behind, shoulders will open and back. This time it's your left hand that will come to the sacrum. And feel, so when you begin to tuck the hips, The pubic bone presses forward, but it also has this slight lifting up feeling. You can stay just like that, or you can do hand to heel. Keep your hand on your sacrum to feel into the low back. And maybe make sure you can breathe there, and then keep the hand there, or stretch the left arm forward. Return. Hands down, back leg lifts. Good, and then from here, just kind of wiggle the hips a little bit. And I want you to walk your front foot. If you find that you're not as long as you would normally be, adjust. And we'll come into Warrior Two for just a moment, because I like the way when we're up, we can adjust a few more. Side angle form to thigh, arm up, or hand to floor. This is one of my favorite positions to put the body in to feel deeply. I know we all have our favorites. I want you to really press into both feet and press them away from each other. Good, last breath. Good. And then, so I got myself so long. When I come up to Warrior Two, I'm just going to shorten the stance just for a second. Then I'm going to shorten it more to come to triangle. I'm heel toeing my back foot in once or twice. Trikonasana. You can do top arm up or top arm over. I'm not sure which one I want. Strong legs, right? They're engaged. And think about, so if I have the advantage of seeing myself here on the screen, but think about just being in a position so you can keep your spine really long. Good, strong legs again. Slowly come up, bend your front knee. If you want more, give yourself more. Arms are up, right hand grabs left wrist, and reverse your warrior with these side bend arms. Now, so I'm removing my arm for a second. I want you to feel a lot of stretch and length here along the side body. Good. Release back to Warrior Two. Hands come and frame your front foot. We're nice and neutral. And then from here, keep the left foot forward. Anchor the back leg. Thank you, Drew. And stretch your arms out. Good. If you like the hooking of the thumbs, hook them. If you want to stay pretty high with a soft back knee, do. If you want to drop the hips really low with a super active back leg, find that. Release. Bend your back knee. Hop your foot in just a bit and step yourself back into downward facing dog. And take a couple moments here. So take a few moments to let it all sink in. Okay. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, right foot comes forward, left foot is down. We find Warrior Two for a moment, and we come to side angle. You're going to choose which version is right for you. Last breath. Find yourself in Warrior Two for a moment. Maybe if you have a generous stance, you'll heel toe your back foot in to come to triangle pose. Long spine to facilitate a long, deep breath. Last breath. Good, slowly come up, rebend the front knee, redo the feet. Arms are up, left hand grabs right wrist. Reverse your warrior. Good, inhale. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Everything is neutral. Take a moment to really feel into it, and then come up. And along the way, if you want to hook the thumbs, do the other one on top. Again, so pretty high, soft back knee, or really low, strong, active legs. Last breath, and then hands down and drop your back knee. So double up your mat if you want. Stretch your right leg straight. So when I did that, I stretch the leg straight, but then where the real adjustment is coming is kind of like through the hips. So I want you to get a really nice strong flexion for your front foot. And then it's like our foot is opening up. So drop your toes to the right. Keep your foot flexed, drop your toes to the right. The sole of the foot faces forward. Take your hands over to the right. This is a deep twist, right? So feel that twist high action through the low belly, long spine, strong flexed foot, toes pulling back towards the knee. Good, come back to neutral. Rebend the knee. Lift your back leg. Get your left hand on the floor. Hug your outer hips in. Keep your back leg super lifted and stretch your right arm up. What I want you to feel here is the hugging of the outer hips in, squeezing it of the inner thighs in. We can still feel that twist high action that was present just a moment ago. Long spine. It's like, please don't ask me how this came into my head. I don't even like this stuff. I think it's gross. You know how some people call them heroes or gyros, where you like scrape the meat off that thing and it keeps spinning around. I'm thinking of the spine long, and we're spinning around whatever that thing is. Good, last breath. Exhale, hands are down. Drop your back knee. If you want to pat up again, pat up. Okay. So it's like, because we're moving pretty slow here, there's always that opportunity. I just slid my right heel back a little bit. I'm coming up, but then I just took my left knee and took it back a little bit. So many moments to add some changes here. So arms up, and then take some of the lunge out, squeeze the outer hips in, take the left arm across, pause. Here's that rotisserie spine, and then come back. I like that idea. That's the first time I thought about that. Other people probably have, but I haven't. Rotisserie around the spine. Good. Another moment or two. Nice neutral head and neck. Last breath. Release. Downward facing dog. Good. From down dog, where it's the right foot. Thank you to those of you who are like, we already did this side. Right foot forward, left knee down, come up. It's kind of like the half camel, but we're coming into King Arthur. So I'm shifting a little bit. You can bend the back knee. You can take the hand to the top of the foot, left hand. I just like shoelace part of the foot, maybe right hand. Now I lunged a little bit to grab the foot, but now I'm just bringing myself a little more neutral, drawing the heel towards the buttocks, but taking the shoulder complex really and stretching it back. Elbows bent. Good. Hinge forward and release. Down dog. And so, at least in my body, and I'm hoping you feel the same, I feel so much cleaner. You know how when the weather is kind of funky, it puts you in a little bit of a funk? I feel like I just received a nice kind of cleaning. Okay, left foot is forward. Double up the mat if you want. Right knee is down. We're lunging here because I want you to be super lungy to have the space now to stretch your front leg straight. Toes go to the left, upper body goes to the left. It's a twist. It's a nice IT band opener and it's a twist. It's the twist tie on a loaf of sourdough bread from Trader Joe's. That's really delicious for avocado toast, or you can get the mushroom brie from Trader Joe's and the olive tapenade, and you'll toast your sourdough. You'll put on the mushroom brie when the bread is nice and warm, so it's kind of softened even more. And then you'll put the olive tapenade on there, and then you can top it with a fried egg. And if you're feeling super crazy, you're also going to top it with hemp seed, like shelled hemp seeds, and coffee. Come forward, rebend your front knee, lift the back leg, put your right hand on the floor, squeeze your outer hips together, and reach your left arm up, but don't reach it up without activating your back leg. Shoulders roll open and back. Trader Joe's, exit 89B on the Parkway, because you're all thinking about it right now. And it's like 2 minutes off the Parkway. It's got lots of bright windows. I highly recommend going. Just listen to a podcast on the way up. Good, last breath. Exhale, release. Okay, drop that right knee down. If you walked your left foot out a little bit, bring it a little more neutral because we want to hug in. So stretch your arms up. And then take some of the lunge out, not much, just a little. Slice the arm across, breathe. Full breath out, draw the low belly in. Take the upper arm and slide it down. Come back in your lunge. Lift your back leg if you want. Twist tie action. Starts from the outer hips, moves to the inner thighs. The low belly draws in and the spine lengthens to give you more room to twist. Back leg is engaged. Lift it up and hug the muscle to the bone. Keep your head and neck neutral. Nonsense having to put it in a certain direction, make it comfortable. Press your top hand into your bottom hand to press the right arm into the left leg to hug that more to the midline of the body, and then counter it by keeping your back leg strong. Release. From here, find down dog. Take your left foot forward again. Double up the mat, drop your right knee. Good, come up. King Arthur, lunge a little. Somehow this forward movement makes it a little easier to bend the back knee. Hand to top of foot, stay here, or left hand joins. Take some of the lunge out if you'd like, if it's comfortable, or keep it in. If you're lunging pretty deeply, you're more to the thigh side of the knee. Try to keep your spine tall. Then release. Lift your back leg and then pivot so all 10 toes face forward. Take a full breath in. Some of you go upside down. Some of you bring the top of the head to the floor. Take the legs from this wide position and come into headstand. If that's you, do it. If you like other versions, you can clasp your hands as one and fold. Strong legs. Shoulders out of the ears, and then release the arms back. Come fully and deeply into this present moment through the breath. If you are upside down in headstand, come back. And then meet us here, a half lift. Good, and then fold again. Good, strong legs, a half lift. And fold again. Last time, strong legs, a half lift. And then come to neutral. Step that right foot up and through, come down. And just pause for a moment, make sure the spine feels nice and neutral. Good. And then come on back. Take out your ponytail for just a moment. Okay. Left leg long, left arm long. Right hand, I have to move to give myself space. Right hand behind the head. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lift the upper body and left leg for a crunch and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Continuing here. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Both hands behind the head. Full breath in. Exhale. Right elbow outside left leg. Good. Inhale. And this time, so we had the knee bent. Now exhale, left leg is straight, elbow outside. Good. Inhale long. Bend the knee. Exhale. Inhale long, straight leg. Exhale. Good. Bent knee and back. Straight leg and back. Good. Bent knee. Straight leg. Good. Bent knee. Straight leg. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down. Left hand stays behind the head. Right leg is long. Right arm overhead. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Hand and foot meet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hand and foot meet. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bend the knee. Hands behind the head. Both hands behind the head. Good. Inhale. Exhale. It's like the bicycle crunch. Left elbow outside right leg. When you come back to neutral, extend your right leg long. And now right leg straight up. And neutral. Knee bends. And neutral. Leg straight. Knee bends. Leg straight. Knee bends. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Both feet on the floor. Now, Supta Baddha Konasana, legs. Feet together, knees wide, hands behind. Full breath in. Exhale, little crunch. Look towards your feet. Inhale. Exhale, little crunch. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Continuing here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Release. All right. Bend your knees, draw them up towards the hips, and then stretch your legs straight. Hands down. Open up the legs, inhale. Flex your feet, exhale, squeeze the inner thighs together to bring the feet back. Good. Inhale. Open, exhale, squeeze. Use the inner thighs, the adductors. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Now you can stay here or arms overhead, inhale. And exhale. We're just pulsing. Good. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Hands gather in. Rock side to side. Feet on the floor. Arms long by your sides. Lift your hips up. Full breath. Exhale, release. All right. Knees draw in again. Rock. And come into downward facing dog. All right, just someone got kicked off. 2 people got kicked off, letting them back in. Okay. So from your downward facing dog. Good. Okay. From down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Roll the shoulders open and back. Take the hands by your sides, strong legs. Lift up into cobra. It's going to feel good to elongate through the front body. Come on, then. Or I should say really through all fours and back to down dog. Good. And then from here, step your right foot forward. Rise up into your crescent lunge. And from your crescent lunge, hinge forward. Keep the left arm elongated. Right hand outside, right thigh. Slice across. Good. And then drop your hips. Press the top hand into the bottom. Squeeze the outer hips. Draw the low belly in. And you choose maybe left hand to floor, right arm up. Good. Last full breath in and full breath out. Release. Good. Downward facing dog. Left foot is forward. Arms are up. Full breath. Hinge. And twist. Back leg is strong. Once you get the depth of the twist you're looking for, then drop the right hand. I'm sorry, I forgot to offer you the option to bind. If you have a binding practice, you probably did on that side, so do on this side. Release. Good. Neutral. Step that right leg forward again and come down to a seat. Okay. Revolved Janu Shirsasana. Right knee is bent, left leg is long. We're going to take that kind of rotisserie action. So before we even come here to go here, let's just go here, right? So we begin to find that rotisserie action, knowing that this is especially the exhale. Okay. So options, you can take the left hand to the left leg and kind of side bend and have that same kind of idea, or you can, so many options here. You can do left hand kind of outside of hip and fold. You can free up this leg. You can do like a half hero. I like that because get more width. Then come on over. Long spine, rotating through the ribs. Full breath. A teacher introduced me to this at one time. You can make a little, so I'm doing hand down, little pedestal for head. Good, last breath. Release, come up, find neutral, and we'll find the other side. So yogi's choice with your legs, you decide what's good. Rotisserie. I don't know if anyone's watched that show Crazy Delicious on Netflix. It's a series. They have these like food artists and they have to create something that tastes amazing but looks amazing. The reason I thought about that was I keep talking about rotisserie, but I was like, what if there could be like a vegetarian rotisserie where you just did this like crazy like mushroom thing and you put it on that skewer and you shaved it off. You melted something yummy on it. Good, release. Come back to neutral and pause. Bring everything back. Bring everything back. All right, pigeon pose. So come in. If you take pigeon on your back, you were kind of there already, so do that. If not, start from down dog. Bring your right leg forward. Keep stretching that left leg back and pause. Two different versions here. We'll twist on the first version. So you can come down. We're going to twist to the left. So thread the right arm through, come to the upper arm. That my shoulder doesn't hit the floor. It's just kind of hovering. My head is hovering. My left hand is on my right, pressing down. I am spiraling through the like through the rib cage around the axis of the spine. Good. Release. Come out. Make sure everything is neutral. You might even, I'm redoing my hips. Okay. Right hand on floor. Bend your left knee. Some of you are going to take this into that really pretty version where the elbow, inner elbow comes around the top of the foot. Arm is up. Hugging the outer hips in. Tall spine. Release. Release. Come onto your belly. Wiggle your hips. Right arm is forward. Bend your left knee. So right arm straight, left leg straight, and just lift up into half bow. Then release. Okay. Down dog. Pigeon. Left side. You can take the twist, or you can stay neutral. So if you're twisting, left arm threads through, get as much rotation as you can, and bring the right hand. So again, for me, there is like my shoulder, especially on this side, is way off the floor. So is the head. You might feel different. Press your top hand into your bottom to revolve the ribs. Good. Release. Come to neutral. Redo your hips. Left hand is down. Right knee bends. Hand to foot. So if you are taking that version where you're going to get the top of the foot into the crook of the arm, stay. I'm not going to push it for me on this side, so I'm going to stay right here. And to make me feel good, I'm going to do Yana Mudra with the right hand. But still, no matter where you are, think about elongating the spine, lifting the chin. Okay, release. Plank to your belly. Your left arm is long, your left leg is long, right knee bends. Half bow here. And release. Okay. Rock your hips. Press your pubic bone down just to release the low back for a second. Come onto your belly. Hands to, you can do fronts of ankles, tops of feet, it doesn't matter. Take a full breath in. Good. And then lift up when you're ready. I like to lift up on an inhale. So I am holding the tops of my ankles, but I want to point my feet today. I like to drop my chin for just a second because it gives me more lengthening through the biceps, and then I'm just going to come back to neutral here. Release. Crack, crack. Good. Down dog. And check back in. Feet come forward. You come to a seat. Come all the way down. Hug your right leg in. I want you to put your right foot on the floor. Use it to press down, lift your hips. Your hips are gonna just kind of, it's not like they shift to the right. It's like your right hip lifts and your left buttock comes down and through to the right. So when you drop back down, you're on the side seam of the left leg. Elongate your spine a little bit and then twist. If you want, straighten your top leg, it's your right leg. Take the left hand to the pinky toe side of the foot and extend the right arm long. Fold your Paribharattanasana. What are you doing to overdo it? I'm guessing maybe there's a little more activation through the low back than there needs to be. One thing you can do though is you can even take the thumb to the hip crease and press that leg away. Use the thumb to press into the hip crease, press the leg away. Good, and then maybe get a little more serious through the bottom leg, kind of activate the bottom leg. As now you don't need the thumb, you just use the muscular action and effort of the top leg to press away. Release, bend the knee for a moment. Come back, plant your right foot so you can really realign. Right leg long. Left knee hugs in. Good. Left foot on the floor. Press it down, lift your hips. They don't shift. I used to say that all the time. They, right goes this way, left comes that way. That wasn't better, that was worse. You can keep the knee bent or stretch the leg straight, hand and foot leg to meet. Left thumb, left hip crease, press away. Oh, I feel like all the connective tissue saying thank you here. Good. And then you can release that left arm and use the strength of the leg to press away. Low back doesn't want to work too hard, so please don't make it. Your bottom leg, though, if you want for just a moment, you can bring it back to life. Good, and then bend your top knee, pause here. Come back, plant your foot, lift everything up. Walk your feet a little wider, let your knees come together. Okay, let's let the hands rest on the low belly. Heel toe the feet together, let the knees drop. So we are going to enter into alternate nostril breathing in Supta-Baddha-Konasana. So I'm going to say the Sanskrit words because it sounds fun to link them. Nadi Shodhana in Supta-Baddha-Konasana. Okay. Right hand will do the job. It just goes like this. So take it up towards the nose, take a full breath in, full breath out. Thumb blocks right nostril, inhale left. Middle finger blocks left nostril with the thumb, exhale right. Inhale right. Block the nostril with the finger, exhale left. Continue here. Let the eyes drop deeper into the sockets. Let the weight of the skull soften into the floor. The body feels as if it is floating upward on the inhale and melting down on the exhale. Take one last breath in through the left and out through the right. Let your hands rest on the low belly, somewhere around the hips and pelvis. Shavasana at home can be quite a tricky thing. Some of you will stay here. Some of you will take Shavasana as it is meant to be taken. It's yogi's choice. At some point, a really lovely inhale will come to you. When that happens, you can begin to ready the body to come to a seat. Make that personal for you. Take your time as you come up. When you arrive, just let the hands rest somewhere on the body. Even do hand to belly, hand to chest. And let the breath be full and deep. And then hands together in prayer. Take a nice big full breath in, pause and hold. Open the mouth and let it go. Namaste. Thanks,